Hello, Futties, and welcome back to Foot in Review. We are the #1 independent EAFC podcast, bringing you 2 shows a week, available on all podcast platforms around the world, including now on Amazon Music. So use your assistants, which, well, we won't name the actual name on the show because all devices in your house will go nuts, but also, we're available as a fully produced video show on YouTube and Spotify, of course. And obviously, you can support us. If you can spare us a few bucks, join our loyalty programs and get some free merchandise while at it. Visit patreon.com/footinreview or footinreview.com and join our super close community and get an invite to our famous Discord server with that. My name is John, and this is the first EAFC show of the season. On this show, we'll talk about the new show structures, the new Patreon benefits we have, and of course, a fully new Patreon tier. Basically, we'll tell you all about our podcast plans for the new EAFC season before we go fully back into EAFC content shows. So call this #1 or call this the episode 0 before the new season starts. But anyways, let's kick this off and start with the new show. Joining me today is the man, the myth, the legend, joining all the way from Spain, but with much better internet than he has in Edinburgh. It's none other than the Foot Review teddy bear. It's the man that had a big smile on his face while we played the new intro. It's Chris McIntosh.
Hey, buddy. How are you?
I'm quite all right, mate. It's good to be back. Holiday's over. EAFC is here. Well, sort of. And ready to go. How are you?
I'm very good, mate. Super excited. Just wondering how long into the show before I start calling the game FIFA.
I think it's a good thing I made notes, can actually read it up, because I have made that mistake as well. It will probably take a while. That goes for first question, though. People say, do you want to rename the show? We're just going to stick with foot, right? We're just going to call it Football Ultimate Team, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's what they'll probably call it themselves. EAFC is quite a mouthful, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm sure old guys like me will be calling it FIFA for the next 10 years at least anyway.
I think that is very reasonable that it's going to be the case, yeah. Well, just imagine naming your company Foot Coaching and then have a name change. I don't know what the F stands for, but we're just going to call it Ultimate Team, FIFA Ultimate Team, Football Ultimate Team. It doesn't matter. You know where we're at. We'll talk everything in the new game, of course. But the new game isn't out yet, Chris.
No, not quite, is it? I think a few people have played the beta, haven't they? I know a couple of their coaches have had a shot at the beta as well, so won't spoil the surprise, but I know you guys are hard at work trying to get the game right and get the bits and pieces. I know passing's changed ever so slightly as well, so definitely for our listeners, stay tuned for that.
Definitely. We'll talk about the actual game soon enough, though. We'll give you tips how to start a new game, what kind of abilities you need to practice if you're still playing the, old game, if I can say so myself. But that's not today. Today, we'll talk about what you can expect from this show in this coming new season. Chris, shall we start with the new show structure? Because we're changing a little bit, right?
Yeah, we certainly are. I'll let you kick that off, my friend.
I'll try. Something we have, just say that all of these changes are made because you, our listeners, our fans, sent us your feedback over the summer. I've been gathering a lot of feedback. I've been talking to a lot of fans, had a lot of meetings. We had a lot of discussions on our event in Crete, and we thought it's a good time to change things up when the new season starts. Well, it starts now, so it's time to change that. The first thing we'll be changing, though, is introducing recurring topics. Of course, it sort of sounded always like from friends we're talking, but we had sometimes difficulties making sure there's a solid structure in the show, which made it hard to recognize. Also, it made a lot of difference who hosted the show, depending on how the format went. So we'll try to make that a little bit easier. So we're just looking for some fun names and inspiration. But as an example, we're thinking about the King of the North stop card. We'll probably be introducing Nishan's Rents, the Scouts Tactical Report, and of course the Futties or Foot Coaching Footage gameplay tip. If you have ideas for recurring ideas, just drop them in the Discord, the Patreon page, drop it on our socials, tag anyone we have. And if you have a cool topic, which we have to make a recurring topic, and we'll have a cool name, we'll try to name it towards the person that got us this golden topic as well, Chris.
Yeah,
so that's a cheap way to get the name on the show permanently, right?
For sure. I mean, at the end of the day, this is a show created by our community for the community, for everybody out there. We've always been a show where we've always taken ideas from the community. We're not stuck in our ways. We're happy to change things up. You know, having Anna Foot on, our first ever female guest, was tremendous. You know, we want to get more female gamers on as well, especially with female players coming into the game. So, you know, if you're a streamer out there or a female gamer, get in touch. We would love to get you on the show.
Definitely. Something we'll be introducing for sure is introducing new and recurring guests, of course. More guests. And that's easier because we're now also on YouTube. You can find us on youtube.com/foot coaching for now. I say for now. Maybe there's some news coming there soon, but we'll talk about that shortly. First, though, not only recurring topics, recurring guests, new guests, but also structure. Starting, well, not actually this week, but starting with the new season, say the next week, we'll be releasing also on a steady schedule. So every week we'll release the show on Tuesday, 6 p.m. UK, and on Saturday, 6 p.m. UK. So perfectly timed for the content updates in the actual game. If it just so happens that content changes in the new game, we'll try to match that. But I'm not expecting that, honestly. You send us feedback, and we find it important not only to provide you with a steady stream of shows, of course. We did 540 plus episodes now without actually missing more than 1 week. But we also wanted to make sure that you know when the shows are coming live. So even if we record, say, on a Sunday evening or whatever, on a Sunday afternoon, that show will still be released, or a show will still be released on Tuesday, 6 p.m. UK time. Doesn't matter when we record, the release will always be the same. Unless, Chris, you're a Patreon supporter or a fan. Because the moment we're done with the actual edit, so the show is completed, doesn't matter how much in advantage we recorded that show, as a Patreon, you can find this show perfectly released on the special feeds you get with being a supporter as an audio and video show. And sometimes we actually record. So this is one show we record on a Monday morning. Normally, we would release this on a Tuesday afternoon or Tuesday evening in this case, which means you get it more than a day early. And that can happen a lot in the coming years because we have a steady schedule coming forward. Also, something we are also going to introduce is, Chris, when we change topic, there's going to be a whoosh. Remember that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that was the whoosh. So yeah, we'll try to make it a little bit more quicker with high-pacing shows, get the topics going. So the whoosh is a certain way of showing you going to do. Chris, talking about benefits, people get the show early. People can listen in live like there's people doing now. Mm-hmm. So hey guys, let's keep that going. But we also wanted to thank Patreon, the supporters, for their support. And we've been introducing something new for that. Can you explain, first of all, for people that are completely new to the show, it's a perfect way to introduce everyone to what it is we offer and why we do this. What is Patreon? Why do we need it? What does it bring us? And also, what can we give back for continued support like this?
I mean, the Patreon is a way for fans to support the show. That's the easiest way to put it. It's we say it's $1 a week. It is £5 a week to £5 a month. Sorry, to join. But what it does is, if you have to think of this show, the quality you get in this show, this is up there with any other podcast that you get. You get we've got the whoosh now. You get the theme tunes. You've got the good audio. All right, not when I'm in Edinburgh, but you get decent audio. These headsets, I was surprised how much they actually cost. They cost a fortune, and let's be honest. You've got John's time. The number of hosts that we have twice a week. We do special shows as well. I don't think there's many podcasts out there. And we now do video as well, which for someone with my face is a bit disappointing, but there you go. But we do that as well. So you're getting this content, high-class content. It does cost money. as I've been on the show more and more, John's kind of let me into the way that what things cost. And it's surprising. I'm someone who, first of all, used to just download the podcast and think, great, listen to it, and it must be free to do. Guys, I'm telling you right now, it isn't. It costs a lot of money. And we are so delighted that we have such a thriving community through our Patreon. I do always call it a Discord, because that's the main part that I use. The Patreon is a gateway to our Discord. Our Discord's a wonderful community. People go, what is a Discord? Never heard it before. I was like that as well. It basically is a club where you can join and you share your thoughts with fellow like-minded people. We have loads of different rooms that you can get in there. You've got John, Ingve, Dan, Nath, all the other hosts in there that you can easily talk to. We don't have a tier where you've got to have a special tier to speak to these guys. We're all one community and we're all equal as well. If you pay your £5 a month, you're exactly the same as the guys here in terms of chatting away. If you've got a question, you've got Art in there or Nath with their formations. And you can, even if you want to have a rant, you go in there, you have a rant, and the guys will have your back as well. It's a wonderful community. If you love the game like me, you love football, we chat in there, we sometimes slag John off about Ajax doing well, but then he comes back with how bad Rangers is doing, so I try to keep very quiet now as well. So as I say, I won't waffle on too much. It's a great community. It's a place to go and share your thoughts about the game. Likewise, I would say as well, as we are a family in there. We've had births, marriages. Unfortunately, we've had people lose relatives as well. It's always been a supportive community, and it's one that I'm really happy to be a part of. And I would recommend anybody who's thinking of joining to come and join us.
Oh, I couldn't have said that better myself. So go out and check out patreon.com/footinreview, or just go to footinreview.com and then check it out. We'll try to explaining. Discord is an application you can download on your phone, or you can use it on your computer. Actually, you can use it on the consoles now as well. It has a separate app now as well. If you join, you automatically get an invite for the length of when you're supporting us to get into the community. So it's basically, we got forums, we got live discussion, we got streams, we got links to this podcast when we're live recording. Just ask away, chat away, tag someone. You can tag @coach and anyone of the team of Foot Coaching will see the messages, @host, and every host that ever does this show can find it as well. Build squads, find training advice. You can find everything else. But that's the community part, which is brilliant. Everyone says good morning. It's awesome, right? But to explain a little bit better, and of course to optimize it, everything, we have thought of a loyalty program as well. So what we did is we gathered all the feedback the patrons had. We have sent messages to patrons. We've had the options to call in and send us messages about it. We gathered that feedback, and we decided to tune all the different tiers. So Chris is definitely right about $1 a week. It depends on the currency, but it's £5 a month to join in the lowest tier. And the lowest tier gets you the Patreon access, gets you coaching discounts, you get ad-free shows, you can listen in live. But there's more. There's more tiers and the new loyalty program, and I'll try to explain a little bit. So Chris, just feel free to jump in whenever you, and if you're listening to or if you're actually watching one of the video shows, we'll get it on the screen as well, so you can have a look live with us while we'll talk you through it. And if you're listening to this on audio, we'll do our best to explain. Let's start with the lowest tier, which gives you Patreon access, or Discord access, which gives you early. I think this is a very underrated one, which we don't highlight much, Chris. But every single tier in the Patreon, so even the £5 one, will give everyone early access to all footcoaching.com custom tactics. Starts in the new game as well. Before we release anything on YouTube, 2 weeks prior to that, you can find it on the Patreon page. Whichever information it is, no matter what it is. So the 20-0 tactics, everything, the pro tactics, you can find it earlier on the Patreon. And it's free for everyone. Just anyone that joined us, it's included in all the tiers. You get ad-free content, which is awesome. You get access to Discord, like I said. You get 7.5% discount on all things foot coaching. So go to footcoaching.com. You get a code, and you can 7.5% discount. But Chris, we introduce, and we worked very hard over the summer to do this. We've introduced a loyalty program. And a loyalty program, I'll try to explain it quickly, is where if you join us on Patreon to support the show, so keep the show going, and you are in a certain tier for 3 consecutive months, we'll provide you with a physical merchandise to show our appreciation for your support. And that physical merchandise definitely depends on in which amount of money you can support us. We know times could be tough, so we didn't want to make a big thing out of being in the lowest tier. We still appreciate that support a lot. It's very much needed. So we have decided to give there. So for the Food and Review fan, the £5 tier, we've introduced stickers and mini prints, Chris, which I think is rather cool. Stickers aren't that cheap, but yeah, you get new stickers. So if you are looking on the video, we've introduced the Weekend League Warrior. We've made a lot of new designs for the new season, which are Patreon exclusive designs. You can't buy them anywhere. And the first one we've been introducing is the Weekend League Warrior badges. And I really like this one, Chris. It just says Weekend League Warrior, but you can get the Weekend League Warrior print, which is just an A3 with high quality gloss, which you can put on streams, you can put it on your desk, whatever. We have introduced the stickers, the Weekend League Warrior stickers, which you can just put everything on a laptop. You wanted to put it on your PlayStation,
100%, John. 100%. I love that. I love all these stickers, mate. If I get anything that comes with a sticker, it goes on my PlayStation, and I'm desperate for that Weekend League Warrior sticker.
Definitely. If you are, so how it works is if you're on 3 months on a tier, you get the first tier of that benefit. So the print. If you're on 6 months, you get the Weekend League Warrior sticker. If you're on 9 months, you get a Food and Review black sticker, just like we have on all our gear. If you haven't figured out we did live shows, if you're following on the live show, all our gear has these stickers on. And of course, we got the golden Food and Review emblem, which also has a sticker if you're on for 12 months. We keep refreshing these. Mm-hmm. So we want to make sure no supporter, no matter which tier you're in, gets the same gear. So this is for the next 12 months. You get every 3 months. If you're in, you get something else. But we keep refreshing this. So although the Weekend League Warrior is awesome, it says 2023. Because the moment we go into the new year and the new season, we'll get new gear, which doesn't have the state. So this is unique. So it not only depends on when you join and how long you join, or not only depends on how long you join, but it also is dependent on when you've joined. It starts now. So from today on, if you subscribe to a certain tier, you get in. And if you join a new tier, okay, it starts again on that new tier. So stickers for the £5 tier. Chris, we've also have the supported tier, which is the €10 tier, which I think is really decent, right? In the €10 tier, though, we get a lot of benefits. And I think what's important on those tier is we have extra coaching discounts. So 15% discount on coaching. And you get a draw for being a guest on the show. Could be Patreon-only content, could be a full show. You get, of course, also access to the loyalty program. And this loyalty program does not have the mini print, Chris. It has 3 stickers. And most important, what does it also have?
At the end of the 12 months, it has one of our lovely T-shirts, which does say Weekend League Warrior on it. And I'll give the listeners a wee insight. Last night, I think we spent 2 hours on it, didn't we? On these T-shirts. And so you have the Weekend League Warrior T-shirt for the end of the 12 months, and it is a cracker. And you'll want to wear that with pride. Yeah,
I totally love these T-shirts. Unfortunately, I have to make a deposit to get one ourselves, which we surely do soon enough. But yeah, that's awesome. If you go to the next tier, would be the £25 tier. But Chris, we changed something. What did we change, my friend?
We have put in a £20 tier, and you have a chance to be a Foot and Review Ultra. I'm going to be right now. That is what my tier. I joined last night before John just launched it. I joined to be an Ultra. So come and join me. You'll have me on a megaphone. We'll have flares, banners, tifos. I'm only kidding. it's a great tier. We wanted to add in there because these T-shirts, John has come up with some amazing designs. And we wanted these T-shirts to go out there to our community as well. So for the £20 Ultra tier, which I am proud to be part of, we have 4 T-shirts. Every 3 months there is a new T-shirt there for you, which you can wear with pride. They're absolutely stunning, as I say. The first one, I'll maybe tell you what the first one is Bad Pack Luck Club. So that's it. It's one of those ones. Let's be honest, we've all been in there, been in that club as well. And there's other stunning ones as well, all different. So you're not going to get the same T-shirt. And it's going to change as you go along. So once you're in the Ultra tier, if you decide to stay with us, we will refresh them as well. But after 12 months, you will be the proud owner of 4 Foot in Review exclusive T-shirts.
Definitely. So we got the Bad Pack Luck Club. We have, after 6 months, you get a shirt that says I Rage Quit with a broken controller on it. After 9 months, you get a beautiful kit, I have to say myself, which shows with the real inform. And after 12 months, you get the infamous drop line, Drop It T-shirt with the logo on it. Patreon exclusive. You can't get them anywhere else. So stick to it. Get this thing. All the other benefits are equal to the £10 show. So for the £10, you get stickers and a T-shirt at the end. If you go to the £20, you get the same discounts, but you get a new T-shirt every 3 months. Basically, for us, we don't make any more money on this, but we want everyone to get T-shirts, but we can't afford to just give everyone T-shirts. So that's the way we try to do this one, right?
And to say as well is that this is an automatic merch drop as well. So you're not relying on John and that, who's a very busy man, knowing when your anniversary is there. It's actually run by Patreon themselves. You enter your details and they will send them out automatically. So it's another great benefit as well. You're not waiting for someone to go, or you don't need to ask. Patreon themselves will handle this for us.
Definitely. So what happens is if you subscribe to a tier, Patreon will ask you, hey, what's your shipping address? You can fill that in. We, as the creators, we don't even see your addresses. So we don't see any personal information except for your email address. Once you hit the amount of months you need, so 3, 6, 9, or 12 months, you'll get an email from Patreon saying, hey, your shipments from Foot Review is now sent. It has a tracking link in it. And if there's anything going wrong, I've not heard of it going wrong, but Patreon will follow up with you as well. And of course, you can always send us a message, but it's all automated, it's all systematic, and it ships globally. So you don't have to pay anything extra. We pay for that. You just get the T-shirts or all the other gear. So, Chris, we also have a former Food and Review season tickets tier, which I think is something we already had. What changed in this tier is it's £25. You don't only get T-shirts, but you get also unique design long sleeve T-shirts. You get more Patreon or more discount of food coaching, but you get these awesome new shirts. Which, well, unfortunately, my stream was sort of ended, so I can't really show them off. But these new T-shirts are pretty cool. It has the Bad Pack look in it. It has a long sleeve T-shirt for the Inform. It has the Weekend League Warrior, which you will get at the other tiers at the last. You get this one after 9 months, and you get a long sleeve T-shirt with a soon-to-be released special design. So the 25 basically is, hey, I want to do a little bit extra, support us a little bit more, but you get 2 extra long sleeve T-shirts in special colors with special designs. So go check that out. Last but not least, Chris, we have our Skybox owners. Skybox owners get a free coaching session every single month. Skybox owners get named in every single episode, except today's episode, because, well, we want to make this a clean episode. What we also introduced is a roundtable meeting. So for Skybox owners, they pay €45 a month. We've got several of them. It's really much appreciated. What we also do for you is we get the roundtable discussion where they can input information and feedback directly to the host. So we'll try to set that up once a month. If you have anything special, just let us know. But also, Chris, for these guys and girls, we've introduced some special merch, haven't we?
Yeah, certainly. So for 3 months, they get an exclusive T-shirt with the design, I think, is the the Bad Luck Pack Club. Again, in a different colour though. We were very clear about this when we did this. It's an absolutely different colour.
Nope.
Sorry, that's the I Play Squad Battles one. Sorry, my screen didn't refresh.
We got a special T-shirt which says, "Yes, I do play squad Battles."
And then you get the famous long sleeve one, which says D-Day is a myth. There's been some discussion on that, what the logo should say, but John, being the boss, he's vetoed what I thought it should be. And then you get these wonderful hoodies at 9 and 12 months as well. Again, exclusive to Skybox owners. The real Inform, which is a beautiful logo, actually. When you see it, it is a stunning logo. And then we have, at the very end, at 12 months, a white Weekend League Warrior, which is again another stunning hoodie for our Skybox owners.
Yeah, and these aren't like the cheap hoodies you can find anywhere. This is high quality stuff. We've seen them. It's they are really nice fits, high quality prints, and these two hoodies, well, I think these make a lot of difference. But you can also get a free coaching session every single month. So basically, if you want coaching, you make sure we get some money and keep the show going. You get extra gear going. You get free coaching session, get better at the game. This is a definitely win-win. But it is a lot of money if you have to do this monthly. So we definitely understand that as well. So we wanted to make this one extra special. But I really like the addition of the Ultras as well. Mm-hmm. I think that's a big benefit if you are a fan of T-shirts. And like we say, we'll be rotating these T-shirts. But last but not least is the fact that if you say, okay, guys, I really like Foot in Review. I like Chris's accent. I hate John's accent, but hey, that is what it is. But we do want to support these guys. We have two things. One, if you sub on for the whole year, if you say, I want to get this gear going, I want to guarantee myself, you won't get it early, but you can guarantee it, is you sub for a whole year, you get a 10% discount on your sub fee instantly. So you pay 90% of what you normally would do for the whole year. And you guarantee yourself those gear. The other thing is, we'll be going back to Crete, like we said. We have a community event coming up in the second week of May. I think May 13th forward, Chris?
Yes, I think it's been about those dates. Yep, it starts on the Monday.
Exactly. We don't pay for the flights, so you have to make sure you get there yourself, but we are taking care of your stay. So you are staying in a beautiful Eva Mar Hotel. You are getting some breakfast included, and all the other details we're working on now, but I'm pretty sure we'll make sure there's at least one dinner on us on the house as well in the beautiful restaurant when they've got there, which is called Yamas.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken. So I think, and that's a cool event. We'll do the live podcast there. We also have a little surprise, but we'll talk about that one shortly, Chris. You can't say anything about that one yet. But let's say the Patreon benefits might be a little bit of a hint towards what's coming on there. So we got special events, we got discounts, we got new tiers, we got several ways of supporting us. We got an active community, and our latest addition to the coaching community at footcoaching.com, Artyom, will make sure he does a special coaching live stream discussing tactics, gameplay footage, anything FIFA or EAFC gameplay related. I did so well though, Chris. EAFC gameplay related. He does a special stream every single week for all tiers from €10 and above. Mm-hmm. Exclusive.
Yeah, definitely.
And he now says in chat, I didn't know that, but he did. So he actually was his idea.
Well, I have to say, I'm part of the WhatsApp group for the foot coaching, and there I feel a bit of a fraud, but Art has been posting some of his goals, and let's just say they are filthy. You know, so if you can, he's a 20-0 player, you know, and the goals he is scoring at the moment are, you'd be wanting the Rage Quit t-shirt if he scores those goals. They are definitely controller smashing goals against you. So yeah, fair play. I think it's going to be really great, to be honest with you. You know, in this day and age, first of all, you love the show, you're listening to the show. You know what I mean? Let's be honest. We really appreciate all our listeners out there. So thank you very much to everybody. We know times are hard. Gas is going up, electricity is going up, food's going up. Everywhere you look, prices are going up. But actually here at Foot in Review, what we're doing is we're giving you more for the same amount of money. So we're actually going to give you some more stuff, but we're asking you for no more money. All we're asking is, please, if you can, support the show.
Definitely. And if you don't have any money to spare, which we totally understand as well, tell your friends about us and say, check out Food and Review, or go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, leave us a 5-star review. On Spotify, it's literally 2 seconds of work. You just click the show, you click 5 stars, and it helps us get found. So if you're listening to this and you can't support us financially and you don't want this awesome merchandise we have, then that's a perfect way of still supporting us. We'll be back every Tuesday, every Saturday from next week on. I think this will be releasing on a Tuesday. We'll have to look at that. We'll talk about our first beta impressions because, hey, we didn't get the beta. We didn't sign anything, so we can probably just talk about it, I guess. We'll tell how you can prepare for EAFC the best. We'll try to get Archam on. We'll try to get Amar on. We get some coaching in and make sure everyone gets a flying start. So Tuesday, 6 p.m., Saturday, 6 p.m., starting next week. So September forwards will be flying again. Thank you so much for your support. Chris, there is one more thing to do, one last thing to do. And that actually has also an added sound effect now. But what is that?
Drop it.
Drop it.
F-U-T. F-U-T. F-F-F-U-T. F-U-T. T. T. Interview. F-U-T.